Hello, everyone. Good evening. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. This is the last weekend of 2024, seeing as how the new year 2025 is on Wednesday. Well, according to the Gregorian calendar, which most of the world uses, but for the ones who know, the new year actually starts at the spring equinox, which is March 20th, 2025. But if you're like me, you celebrate both because you can. So, yeah, I celebrate both because why not? But according to the Gregorian calendar, this is the last weekend, right? Man, 2025. It's like a few essentials you need going into 2025. One being, in my opinion, a Bible or whatever religious text you prefer. Two being a gun or however you can physically protect yourself, whichever means you choose. Three being a black candle. And I say a black candle, but I'm gonna make it four. A white candle too. A black candle to stop the weird shit that's happening in the spiritual before it gets to you in the physical, and a white candle to just always keep you protected from the weird shit that happens in the spiritual before it gets to you. So I just wanted to say all that. I haven't done one of these in a while. And the only reason I'm doing it is because when I go through something, I know for a fact that other people, probably just strangers that I don't even know, are also experiencing either the exact same thing or something eerily familiar. I know this because we're all a part of the collective, especially if you like me, if you fuck with me or whatever. Tap into my energy if you're a good person. If you're a bad person, click the fuck off and don't ever click back on my shit again. Okay, so now that I got that out the way, you guys, you have to protect yourself starting in the spiritual. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but just the weird shit that happens. Like you can just prevent so many weird things, strange things, weird behaviors. Like you never know when, where, how people are going to switch up on you. Like it could be in an instant. It could be, and for some reason, it's usually when things are going extremely well, is when other people start to switch up on you. But they were already thinking about switching up on you. You just didn't know it. You just weren't paying attention to it. You just wasn't tapped in, tuned in to other people's energy around you. So you didn't catch it. When you're around people, when you're around a lot of people, when you're dealing with a lot of people, I personally do not deal with a lot of people anymore. I never really liked dealing with a lot of people anyway. But when I did used to deal with a lot of people, I also was not tapped into their energy. I also did not know what was going on behind my back until I started asking for these revelations. And the things that I found out were horrifying. They were like, it'll blow your mind. I got stories for days. This is why I be in the background, out the way, quiet, working on things behind the scenes. Because I know what I have to say, someone else has either experienced it or they're going through it, or they probably will go through it, you know? So anything I can do to help a person to see, to open their eyes to what's actually happening behind their back, and sometimes right up under your nose, right in your face. Like that's almost the hardest thing to see, which is right in front of you, because we can all probably safely assume that some weird shit is happening behind the scenes, but you don't really think about it when it's happening right in your face, right up under your nose. And that's really what we have to focus on. Like for 2025, if you don't have a vetting process for everybody, you should have one. You should make one. Google it if you need to. Everybody needs to be vetted. Friends, family, social media, especially social media. Social media has gotten creepier and creepier by the fucking year. Seriously. People on social media don't even know each other, stalking one another, beefing with one another, haven't even met in real life. It's really crazy. So my whole point in making this little voice note really didn't have a time limit or anything. I really just wanted to talk. My whole point in making this is a few days ago, I got outside of my body. Like I got so outside of my character, which does not happen often. I'm talking, when I say it don't happen often, I mean like once every 3-4 years, seriously. Because I don't deal with drama. I don't deal with bullshit. I don't deal with weird shit. I don't deal with fake shit. So why would I have to get out, like beside myself? Why would I have to yell and scream and cuss somebody out and do the whole song and dance? And why would I have to do that unless this other party had me fucked up, which they did 100% completely. Because usually I'm calm and collected and peaceful and reasonable and out the way, severely out the way, not bothering anybody. But when you fuck with me, that is a bad decision to make. Like, I'm not even playing, because I stay to myself so much so, shouldn't nobody be fucking with me for real. But you know, this is life, people are gonna do that. But anyway, it was a situation to where a person had to get completely cussed out. I mean, the works, yelling, screaming, all of that, all because of their negligence. And I'm not gonna go into great detail right now because that's a whole nother story time, I guess. But because of another person's negligence that involved me, it caused me to get beside myself. And this person, they did this intentionally. The thing that they did it intentionally. That's the even crazier part. They did it intentionally to see how I would react. And when I tell you I reacted. So much so that they didn't even respond. It was nothing to respond to. Because do not purposefully or intentionally make me feel some type of way when you're not ready to deal with the consequences, which is my anger, which I keep under control and I keep a lid on for a fucking reason. This is why I'm so calm. This is why I'm so cool. You ever heard of that saying, watch out for the quiet ones? That's me. That's the collective. That's the people I'm talking to. That's the people who resonate with me. Yeah, those other people need to watch out for us. They need to watch out for you. Yeah, because they not like us. They think they are. They want to be, but they can't. Because the thing about being a chosen one means that you've been chosen by God, the Most High. And you do your best every day to walk in alignment with what's good and what's right and what's fair. And demons hate that. They hate it. They hate when you stay out the way. They hate when you stay to yourself. They hate when you're happy, when you're smiling, when you're content. Your life could be in fucking shambles and you still smiling and you still going. And they hate it. They hate it. They really hate you. Because come 2025, I won't be sugarcoating anything. I'm going to be telling it exactly how it is. Just exactly how it is. Because it's time for the story to be told. Because too many of us have been in the background observing shit, peeping shit, and not saying anything, such as myself. Because, see, what I found out earlier this year, call a thing. Like, if you being attacked spiritually, you being attacked demonically, whatever, call it out. Call that spirit out. The spirit of narcissism, the spirit of manipulation, whatever anybody is trying to do to you, call it out. Call them out and rebuke those demons in the name of whoever you believe in. Seriously, that's the first step. Because now they too close. Because this is what I mean by this situation that I had with this idiot. It started in the spiritual, but you know, I stay spiritually strapped and physically strapped, and you should too. But it started in the spiritual. I just wasn't realizing it. I just wasn't really picking up on it. And it was happening right up under my nose, right in my fucking face. Well, not so close to my face, but you know, just in my area, in my vicinity. Something that should have been caught and stopped. And by the time it reached my doorstep, because it reached my door, I went crazy and nobody had anything to say because I was going crazy. They probably was calling me crazy. They probably still calling me crazy because this was days ago. I hope they think I'm crazy because I'm not fucking playing. See, demons hate anybody that's content. And by demons, I'm not talking about like some red horned man with a curled tail and talons and shit like that. No, I'm talking about your fucking family, your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, people on social media, strangers, whoever. I'm talking about humans. Humans are the demons that I'm talking about. Yeah, it's humans. These demons operate through humans, but these humans have free will. They willingly let this ignorant shit happen through them, so much so that it affects other people's lives. And you cannot let that happen. You have to intervene spiritually by any means necessary. You have to protect yourself spiritually by any means necessary. You have to protect yourself physically by any means necessary, especially for 2025. You thought shit was weird 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. You thought it was weird then. You're going to be in for a surprise if you are not ready spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, come 2025. I really just had to get that off my chest. I didn't expect for this to be so long, but I'm going to still upload it. And if you stay to the end, thank you for listening. I fuck with you. I love you. I'm praying for you. I pray for everybody who is tapped into me energetically and have a respect for me or a love for me. I pray for those people. I do not pray for my enemies. I don't know if that's from the Bible or in the Bible or whatever the fuck. I don't do that. I don't pray for my enemies. I sure don't. And I never will. I pray that my enemies leave me the fuck alone. That's what I pray. That's the only thing I pray for them. But everybody else, you get all of my love and respect and attention. Thank you. God bless you. Peace.